Right, hello everyone. 4 out of 10. Right, so my last week's special was, of course, the Crab Fest, and I spent pretty much most of that night out there. This is going to be like, this is like the next day, so to say. But spent most of that time fishing and got myself some shrimp, and this is my crab meat. And you know what I'm going to do? I'll use these, fold them over. Nice little pasty things are going to come out of this. Right. I'm going to mix this with a bit of cream cheese. Some pickled onion cheese, a little bit of basil, a couple of tomatoes, and you know what? I'm going to make these into a nice pasty for you. I call these the crab and prawn cheese pasties. So give me a minute to get this all in location. We'll get the camera in location and I'm going to show you what to do. Alright, so I'm not going to bore you with the details of how to prepare crab. I've shown you that in another video. I could show you boiling the crab, but pop this in the bowl. Alright, and run your knife through it a few times to chop it up a little bit, break it up. I've had to sit in the fridge overnight, so it's a bit cold. Alright, so next bit is the shrimp, or your prawns. Okay, I'm going to call these ones shrimp because they were very small. I mean, these buggers were nicely coming up to the top, and you just cut them up a little bit smaller. It's good if you have small ones, it's better if you have big ones. Not really trying to cut them up very small, as you can see. I was just giving them a little bit of a trim up. This is so that you can mix up your flavoring with your crab a bit and your other ingredients. Okay? It's a bit big. So I put this all in the bowl and I give it a good mix together. Giving the flavors, kind of break up the crab between it if I can, just rubbing your fingers, just rub it if you have to. The idea is to get a combination of both crab and prawn. Just wash my hands for a second. Now, it's very important that you preheat your oven to 200. And today, I'm going to use puff pastry sheets. They're about 200 degrees for about 20 minutes in an oven. Alright, but first let's finish preparing this. So, we've got the cheese. We'll open the cheese up. Now, this is a pickled onion cheese. This is how I can skip using onions this time because there's onion in this cheese. Okay, it's about 80 grams of cheese. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grate up this cheese. And you'll find this cheese, this particular cheese is just going to fall apart. And you know, a cheese that falls apart is actually great. It means it's aged, it'll taste better, melt better. I mean, you've gone to a party and they've given you these fancy things. Look at this, it's disintegrated on me. It's actually good, alright? back with my knife just to clean this off the grater. Right, this cheese is very thin and so forth, so I'll throw that in the bowl. It's liquid. It's virtually going liquidy on me. Scraper and should be able to scrape this into the bowl. You're wondering what this is? It's just a basic scraper. You'll find bakers, you'll find butchers, you'll find a lot of people use these in the tray just to take the stuff off the board, scrape down the area they're using. Enough of cheese, it's actually much messier than I thought. I'll give my board a proper wipe down for it. Alright, so next bit, tomatoes. Now, I'm washing the board between meats, cheese, dairies, everything like that. Let's give these tomatoes a quick wash too. Always important to wash your vegetables before using them. Alright, so I don't need a lot of these. Unlike last time, I'm just going to chop these up into small little bits. This is mostly to give it a bit of a breaking flavor. If you ever had cheese on toast, you'll know that tomato cheese works very well. It's kind of a similar scenario. We're just going to get this a little extra bite so that this doesn't taste too cheesy. Do a couple more of them. These are just cherry tomatoes. Right, so I'll just get the board and our wipe. Always clean between your products because you never know. You might not need the next product. Right. Dry my hands from that. Next one. Creamed cheese. Right, I am forgetting one stage. I am forgetting our basils, which is surprisingly sealed. Alright, so basil. Pop a fair bit in. Not way too much. As you can see, I've just put a little bit in. Right, so the next thing I've got is this cream. I'm going to put about that. And another one of these, about 2 of these. Just a basic dessert spoon here. So I got it all full, and here I'm going to just do is just continuously mix them all together. This is gonna get sticky and disgusting. In fact, I would probably recommend using your hands. So, instead of using this, a few other ways you can do it. Just get your hands and just kind of knead it like you would do a dough. Give it a good mix. What you're left with is something like this. You're probably thinking, ew, disgusting. You know, it's very, anything looks like this once you've mixed it all together, but I guarantee you this has a lot of flavor and taste in the long run. Okay, so clear off your hands. Now, there's a trick to actually clear off your hands. You get your thumb and your tween, and you just go like this. So you can see I've got a prawn already. Just do the same thing again on the other side. You find that you get off most of these ingredients, then wash your hands again. Keep your spoon nearby because you're going to use that again. But wash your hands or continue. Right. So, going over the list of ingredients again, you need cheese, you need crab and prawn, which is in here, you've got basil, and you need cream cheese. Now, I'll probably use brand name here so that nobody goes out and buys a certain brand because I'm not getting paid by sponsors here. I mean, who'd want to? It's all about cooking, not all about. Alright, so today is what I would call something you cannot do on in the outback. Fortunately, this is not a born on a tank kind of scenario. This is a you're buggered, you're at home, right? Oh, it's important you get your pastry sheets to melt first, so that's not actually ready. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the ingredients to the side for a sec. There's one last thing I do have to do, and it is for the pastry part. Now I have to get a couple of eggs. Oh, one of the things I left off my list. Crack the things open. Try not to put a shell in it. This is one smart ass shell. Get your egg, whisk it up. This will be to coat the top of the pasties once they are ready. Anyway, I'm going to wait a few minutes for this pastry to properly thaw out because it's frozen pastry. Once that is done, I will put the camera back on and we will continue. Alright, so I've got one of these pastry things fold out. So this is your pastry here. You've probably seen these in the store before. I got this from one of the local stores. They're quite simple. What they do is you pop your dough in there, fold it over, and it traps your meat inside. So on the bottom here, you will find there's a big circular piece, right? And what you do is you go around and you put this down and you cut it. Best to get as many as you can out of each one. This piece of pastry from the store point, it seems to be a lot folded. Get stuck, all you have to do is get it. Alright, so here we are. Put these to the side. Okay, so the next part, turn this over. Grab a bit of your meat, pop it in the center. This is the tricky bit, not putting too much meat in. However, these are only small, this one. You're seeing this here, how this is sticking. Now, I've done this deliberately, believe it or not. I wanted to show you all the mistakes you can make. Alright, so there's all your mistakes done in one shot. First, the odds overfilling. Number two, your pastry's gotten stuck. It's really sad. So there I just showed you all the mistakes. There are all the things you don't do. Throw that bit away. Now here's the way around. Let's clear my hands off. Probably thinking, what? You're probably trying to get away from this. Well, it was. Okay, so. Secret ingredient you don't know about. Flour. This used to be a low GI flour. Don't need a lot of it. Just need enough to coat the machine. Or, to be more particular, you put it here on the ground, push it out, and you put it on one side of your pastry before you put it in, giving you a nice thin coat, which you can brush off later. Right, so your machine's all set anyway. And we'll put a little less in this time. I might get a bigger cutter for the rest of these. As you can see, it's still a bit full. I'm also off on my size here. Let's pull this big tomato out. Right, so there is the real thing, and it comes out beautifully now. Take away your excess, and that is it. Now, the next little point you're going to have to do, and make sure you do this, is to put 2 little holes here, like so. Right? Now you wonder what the egg's for? Now you can use a brush for this, or you can use your fingers. It's up to you. You get your tray. I'm seriously losing ground on space here. You got your tray, place her on. So this is it here. This is the egg I prepared before. Put my fingers in a couple of dabs, just wipe it over the top, thinly as you can. Just get it all the little grooves. And what that'll do, that'll give that a nice shine later on. So I'll get back to you once I've done a few more of these. Alright, so as you can see, I've got a few of these now. Just got to poke some holes in them. Why do you poke the holes in them? You need the air to escape. It's an unavoidable circumstance. Any baker can tell you that, because if you just don't, it's just, I put 2 on there, it's pretty basic. Right, I do not think I have a brush anymore. Right, so I haven't got a brush anymore. Apparently my old one is like gone, so what we do is just use your fingers. You can use a brush. It is advised to use a brush. I may have a one in my food workshop area, so I might have to go look in there. Right, so I'm about to put this in the oven for about 20 minutes at 200. Right, now I wish I could show you my oven here, baking them off, but for camera sake, the reason I have the light here, just gotta pop it in here. This is a conventional oven, no fancy nothing. Put it on for 20 minutes. Wash my egg off the hands again. And that is pretty much the recipe. Now, I've used like a second. There's a lot of different sizes. This is the size I used here. There's a slightly bigger one. I probably would go with a slightly bigger one if you knew it, this kind of thing. Make sure you have flour, because flour stops this from sticking to this. Right? Just a standard thing. Any baker would be able to tell you that, and I'm a baker, so believe it or not, I can actually tell you that. Right? Well, I think you learn something new about me if you're watching my channel. Anyway, egg I whisked up. It's just easy. If you have one of those pastry brushes, use them. I've misplaced mine. I'm pretty sure I left it in my work toolbox. Possibility it is. Check that out in a minute. Right. So in about 20 minutes time, I'm going to bring this out the oven. I'm going to let you have a look at them. And I'm going to use the rest of this because I've got a lot of it here. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try to put a couple through the air fryer, which I have. And I'll tell you if it works. Alright, so I've made a slightly bigger ones here. I've got about 4 of these ones. And may have overfilled that one. Right, let's quickly egg these ones up. Give them a shine. And I'm going to use the air fryer here. Okay, now if you've got an air fryer, you're probably saying, "Oh, finally, someone's telling us how to do this in an air fryer." I'm going to be honest here. I'm kind of experimenting with this one, so I have no idea it's going to work. I've got the air fryer set for about 180 because air fryers generate a lot more heat and circulate air. It doesn't need to be 200 like my conventional oven. So that is why you'll find a lot of bakeries out there actually use fan force ovens along with steam systems and all that. So this probably won't work, but you know, it might work. So got it in my air fryer system here. I'm going to set this up for about 15 minutes. Okay, and hopefully we'll see if it works. Okay, so golden timer's just got off. I still have the air fryer on, but here's the end result. Ooh, that hot. I have a place to place them for a second. I'm going to put these on another tray, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use gloves. I currently okay, so I'm just going to transfer these over here. Let them cool a little bit because they're massively too hot. And I reuse that. Here's a secret for you: reuse this paper for the rest of them because it's the same product. I'm going to save the environment. Now let these ones on. Alright, so just a second ago, this went off. This is the air fryer. Whew. Telling the truth, let's have a looky here. So, the air fryer worked. Probably, yeah, actually the air fryer worked very well. That probably would go 18 minutes in the air fryer. So that's an air fryer. So that was a bit of an experiment of mine, but the air fryer, or your small little chipper air fryer, it's about 180, and I'd probably go 18 minutes. This is good, but just a little darker would probably be much better. And as you can see, I've stuffed these full a little too much, so it's important not to put too much in. So yeah, these are the original ones that just came out the other oven. You know what, I could prove it. It's not poisonous. Let's see how delicious it really is. Marvelous. So, in the event you can't catch these things, you'll find your local supermarket carries both crab and prawn, but that's against the spirit of actually fishing. However, in this case, I managed to catch these beautiful little shrimp. We're jumping up near the pier. I got my little scoop net out and just slowly grabbed them up one by one while I was waiting for. Unfortunately, my fishing rods got a little tangled, so I have to do something else. Took me about 4 hours to get 2 crabs because everyone's down in Mandurah hunting crabs for the crab fest. These are good. And that's the prawn and crab cheesy puff pastry treat. Well, it's delicious. Watch and learn. And I will say this now, you can reheat these. So I put them in this air bowl, which I get a lid for. Right, so when you're about to, you can just pop them in the fridge, reheat them. You can freeze them and then let them fall out, heat them up again like you would a pie. So it's you can reheat them. Once you've made them, you can heat them up. You can do this trick where, the timer on with the last of these right now, but there's a trick where you can only bake them halfway and you stop. Put them in the freezer, bring them out,
bake them for double the time frozen, and bring them out, and they'll come out just like new. You can do that trick. A few hidden tricks out there you can do. But for now, I'm going to ask you nicely to subscribe, because if you don't subscribe, well, what's the point of me doing a video? Anyway, let me know in the comments below if you try this, if you make this, if you're going to do it. You can get most of these ingredients in your local supermarket anyway. I try to use brand name stuff in this video and other videos so I don't market anyone, because no one's paying me to market them. But I will tell you where I got the ingredients. Most of the ingredients came from the ocean, which was the crab and the prawn. They came from the river. The the cheeses and so forth came from Woolworths, and along with the spices, and the rest of it came from the spud shed. So, you know, I'm not giving these people advertising. I'm just letting you know where I got them from. You can get these things from other places as well. I've seen IGA have them. I've seen Coles have some of these things too. Right. And that's this week. Now, this is not really a born in the tent kind of Outback. You can make this out of Outback. This is more of a bring it home and cook it up. But that's what the show's about. It's about what's out there and how you can survive. Bye.